Okay, welcome to this video on how to create a Next.js 14 block with Wisp with very little code involved, right? If you are trying to learn how to launch a block, by yourself and learn React and Next.js along the way, this is the video that is perfect for you, right? So in this video, we are going to do a few things. We are going to learn, what is the block that we are going to deploy. It's a very nice looking minimalist block that you can launch for yourself. Right, we will learn how to run the block on your own local machine on your computer, right? And then in subsequent video, right, you'll learn how to personalize your own block and also deploying your block, right? So without further ado, let's get started with the first item, which is, what block are we deploying, right? So for you to get to the starter kit, which is used to launch your block, right, head over to wisp.blog. So type in wisp.blog, right? And once you're on the page, you can click on starter kit. This is what we will be using to launch your blog today. So let's take a look at what blog will we be launching today. So this is the blog that we are launching today. It's very minimalist, right, as you can see, and it supports light and dark mode. So you can see like, it's based on your preference, whether you like it in light or dark. Now, if you can click on the blog post, right, you can see it's optimized for readability. It's really easy to read an article on this blog itself, right? And the image are full-size image, and it's really a great experience here. And not just that, we support features like tagging, right? So you can easily find posts that are tagged similarly, right? And on top of that, it uses AI to suggest related blog posts for you, right? So what it does is that it understands the content of your article and find articles that are similar in terms of concepts to this blog post itself and suggest them to your readers. Okay. Besides that, it has like static page that you can add. For instance, like this about me page, right? That gives the reader a little bit of context of whose blog it is. Now, I've seen this blog used for different things, right? The first one being the most obvious, personal blogs like that. Second one, I've seen it being used as company blogs, right? Whether as a separate site of its own, right? And I have seen it being used for portfolio website of individuals. And I have seen people, turn it entirely into a company website and putting like this blog feature into a subfolder itself. So it's really extendable. Choose what you want to do with it, right? The code is entirely open source. That means you can do whatever you want with it. It is MIT licensed, so go ahead and do anything to it. You do not have to give any attribution back to us. Okay, coming back to this blog itself, right? So let's take a look at how can we get started. So first up, there's a few prerequisites for you, right? You will need Node.js installed on your computer, as well as Git, right? Node.js to run the software, and Git to actually pull and push the code from GitHub itself. So before that, let me just clean out my repository. I'm gonna remove. So you don't have to do any of this. Just removing a folder that I've done before. So now you can see I'm in an empty folder for demo, right? What I'm going to do is that I'm going to clone the code into my local machine. So there's two options. You can use HTTPS or SSH. If you're not logged in on GitHub, you probably need the HTTPS, right? But the command is exactly the same. All you need to do is type in git clone, paste in the URL, and then you can optionally give this folder a name of your own, right? So let's say I'm going to call it demo blog. It will clone all of these things into a folder called demo blog. So I'm going to show you the folder. The folder is just like demo blog itself. Okay. Now I'm going into the folder, right? And these are the items inside the folder. You can see it matches whatever that's on the site. So actually, this is all of it for terminal work over here. If you are using VS Code, you can type code dot to launch this in VS Code, right? I'm using cursor, so I'm going to use cursor dot to actually open it up. If you are using other IDE, feel free to just drag the entire folder into your IDE. It's going to be the same. Okay, so once you're in your IDE, launch your terminal for the IDE, right? And all you need to do, make sure you're in the right folder, okay? So I'm in the right folder. So I'm going to run npm I, right? npm I actually installs all the dependencies on this repository. You may choose to read the README if while waiting, right? So once you have installed all the dependency, the block is almost ready to run, right? The next thing that we have to do is actually to populate the environment variable. So the environment variable is the secret used to actually build and serve your websites. In this case, there's only one environment variable, which is actually a block ID that we need to obtain from Wisp itself. So to do that, let's first create an account on Wisp, right? So you go back to this website. So a little bit on Wisp first. So Wisp is a blogging CMS, right? CMS being a content management systems, right? And it's the easiest way you can actually plug a website, a blog into any website. So if you already have existing websites and you want to add a blog to it, right? That's how you can actually plug in Wisp, right? So this blog template is powered by Wisp, right? And you can get a free account on Wisp itself. So all you need to do is click on Get Started, right? You can choose whether to use Google, GitHub, or create one with like username and password. So since I already have an account, so I'm just going to Raymond. Okay, you can log in to your account using this, right? And that will actually send a magic link to your to your email. Right, this is an example of it. All you need to do is to click on continue, right? There you go. Okay, so once you have created an account and log in, you will see this empty blog page, right? All you need to do is actually head over to setup, right? And you'll see below is the blog ID for this blog. You'll need this to access your blog data using either the content API or the JavaScript SDK, right? So we'll need to replace this. So to actually use this, let's make a copy of this into .env. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna copy this this string over here and paste it here. So a little note on what is this env file about. If you notice on my editor, it's grayed out as compared to .env.example. The reason is because this .env is not committed to GitHub, right? So that the secret is not shared with the world if my repository is public. So it's a secret environment variable that I can keep away from privy eyes if I'm intending to make this open source software. Okay, so I've set the environment variable here, right? And I've installed the dependencies. So the next thing I will do is actually to run the blog locally. All I need to do is to run npm run dev. Once you have run that command, you would see that it's running locally and it has already loaded the environment. So you can click on localhost 3000, right? Command click, or you can just type it in your browser and you'll be brought to this page. So you can see right now this page is rather empty and nothing interesting. It already has the about page, but there's no blog over here. Okay, the main reason is because it is already connected to your blog on Wisp. So to add content to your blog, right, head over back to Wisp and start creating your first blog. Okay, I will be copying content from here just to expedite the demo. And at the same time, you can actually see how easy it is to use the editor. So I've written the article, the title, press enter, right? And I will go to the content. So with editor is really intuitive. You can do copy and paste just like that, right? And you can see all the content just goes in beautifully. Okay. right? And it supports things like, you know, I can bold, you know, sorry about that. I can do bold, I can strike through, I can add a link if I want to, right? So here, I'm just gonna add in, select a feature image, right? I like the first one, put in the description, right? A short description, add in some text, Bhutan, travel, okay. Okay, click on this too. And if you like to publish it, that means make it available for the world to see, right? Click on this. If not, when you save as draft, it will not be served immediately as well. Okay, so you can work on draft pieces as well. Okay, and that is it, right? You have published your first article. Let's take a look. Go over to your you know, the blog on your local host and actually hit on refresh. You'll see that now your blog post is available there, right? And you can click into it. There you go, right? Right. So now what I'm going to do is that I will write a few more content just to show you a little bit more features. Bear with me. All right, so now you can see I have already written 4 blog posts on this blog itself. And if I head over to my own blog in localhost, right, and hit on refresh, I can see all 4 blog posts over here, right? And now when I click on one of them and scroll down, you can see that it is actually suggesting some of the articles. And something you'll note is that it actually prioritizes articles that are more similar to this. So over here is more a reflection blog post, right? And you can see this first 2 posts are a little bit more reflective than the third one, which is a bit more talking about sustainability, right? So it's using AI to suggest like similar articles, and that's it, right? You would already have a blog, right, that that is connected to a CMS, right, that you can easily add articles to, and you can there's a about me, right? So in our next video, right, what we'll be doing is that we'll learn how to personalize your blog, how to make this about yourself and not Samantha over here, how to make it about whatever you want to talk about and not travel, right? As well as some other configurations around this blog template that you have. And only in the third video, we'll learn how to actually take this blog and actually deploy it onto a domain of your choice, right? First of all, we'll deploy it without a domain first, right? So that you don't have to spend any money on it. And then if you want to, right, you can attach a domain and actually do it. So you'll be able to complete all this course for free. The only thing you have to pay for is a domain if you want to launch it on your own domain. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. All right.